Are going to descend, and certainly many of them already on their way. Operation Dudula have planned peaceful protests around the corners of Nasrec and Rifle Range Road, and this is planned for while the Leaders Summit is taking place. So the group says they're aiming to highlight issues that are affecting the people around the world, like and in South Africa, unemployment, poverty, illegal immigration. They say they're not going to disrupt the summit's proceedings. Authorities are aware of this, and they expect that the protests will go off peacefully. But Griselda Lewis is there. She's on the story for us. Let's see how things are progressing and how big this crowd is growing. Griselda?
Well, indeed, Leanne, Operation Dudula is expected to protest on the corner of Rifle Range as well as Nasrec's roads, and basically the organisation says while it welcomes the responsibility that's been bestowed on South Africa to host the G20, and this marks a historic moment for South Africa as the first African country to host leaders under this global forum. Operation Dudula says despite that global prestige that it holds, it says the event will not change the material conditions of South Africans who face the challenge of access to basic services due to the influx of illegal immigrants and corruption. So Operation Dudula says it's in that context that when the G20 concludes, the agenda of putting South Africans first must remain South Africa's top priority. It also says that that international recognition means nothing, if South Africans continue to struggle, and, that South Africa's global leadership must basically start with the national responsibility. So that's what we expect the message to be this morning from Operation Dudula. But I know that Operation Dudula is concerned about the area which they've been allocated to protest. As I indicated when I did speak to part of the team from Operation Dudula, they did say that the area they've been allocated on the corner of Rifle Range and Nasrec roads is too far from the area in Nasrec where the actual event is taking place. They were concerned that where they were allocated, where they were placed essentially, is not where they would want to make the statement. So you would understand, with all eyes being on South Africa, different groups, as we saw yesterday, protests against gender-based violence, Operation Dudula today has their own message to send as the G20 summit gets underway. They're basically saying that the area where they've been designated, they've been given permission to protest, is a bit far from the area where dignitaries will be passing from. In fact, from where you can see behind me, this is where police have closed off. So the media itself would need to find a different area to move through in order to get to that particular protest. That's what we're expecting the concern to be. This area here behind me, like many other areas, have been closed off, of course, to allow a flow of traffic, and also to allow certain areas that have been designated for dignitaries to go past and attend this particular summit. Even certain areas have been closed off to the media. So we're expecting that protest to get underway this morning, but of major concern for them, as we understand, is the fact that they'll be protesting a little bit too far from the area where they say they'll be able to get their message across.
All right, thanks very much, Griselda. So thanks, keeping an eye on what's happening outside. We're keeping an eye on what's happening inside. And what we can tell you is we saw just a moment ago the Deputy President of South Africa arriving. And that was quite a moment there as he was welcomed by the Chief of Staff. And also arriving now, we've got
Dr. Tedros,
Ghebreyesus. Absolutely. He's arriving now on the red carpet there. So how it works, in fact, is that you're going to see a lot of the international organizations and regional economic communities arriving now. So from the World Health Organization, that's what is happening at the moment now. And we're seeing different dignitaries being welcomed. So we're going to now keep a very close eye on this, Sophie. And I've got your eyes as well firmly attached onto these screens. Our Deputy President is the one who's welcoming everybody as they do walk in through that carpet right now.
I think the President will be receiving heads of state and government. The GP is receiving those international guests and also other important guests, and they represent different organizations as it relates to global issues. You can see that the representative of one of the agencies of the European Union arriving, and therefore you'll see different people who are not necessarily your leaders, but representing different organizations. I think the World Trade Organization will be included, and many others.
Yeah, indeed. So we will start seeing all of this taking place right now on your screens. We'll capture all of this live. Now remember, these images are beaming around the globe right now, and we would obviously see our president arriving shortly as well, and that's where the deputy president will welcome President Cyril Ramaphosa, who will then go into the heads of state. So
you can see the IMF, the arrival of the IMF head there, as we indicated earlier on, that the G20 will have to grapple with the transformation of the financial institutions, and that is why you see the IMF head arriving there, and I think the World Bank will also follow soon.
yeah, indeed. That, of course, is IMF Kristalina Georgieva, who is the IMF Managing Director, and very, very much so G20 focused when it comes to the economy and many issues around the IMF. So you can see now that this is very, very much so high-level people arriving now. This is the moment, and this is really the moment that we have been waiting for as we see these arrivals taking place right now. So we'll continue to monitor and see who is next. Fast, those cars are piling up, and one by one people are coming out and entering onto the red carpet.
I think what is important with the IMF, it's the whole issue of inequality, Doctor, in terms of how you deal with it as it relates to that Stiglitz report, Professor. Yes.
Indeed, in Professor Stiglitz's report, the inequality report that really dealt not only with international inequality, so inequality between states, but also the growing inequality that we're seeing within states, both developed and developing, and that made a number of recommendations of reform and policy interventions that could be made in order to reverse the huge inequality growth that we have seen in the last 5 years. So everything from sort of pre-distributive changes around the distribution of asset ownership, taxing wealth in particular, but then also using regulatory systems in order to reduce the amount of wealth that is kept by the richest within countries and in the globe, but then also another set that is more redistributive. So progressive taxation policies, which is something that has been on the agenda of the G20 for a number of years now, as well as a focus on public services like healthcare, like education, which is really, really important as public services that help to redistribute income within states.
All right,
I think it really confirms the report of the former finance minister, Trevor Manuel, on Africa. He also emphasized similar issues in terms of how you address the challenges we are facing of inequality, poverty, and unemployment. And the president announcing a conference next year, Borrowers Conference,
yes,
where you'll have these institutions, IMF, World Bank, Development Bank of Africa, the BRICS Bank, bringing them under one roof to say, how do we ensure that we make resources available for developing countries and the poorer nations.
Indeed, and I think that there's several things that came out of that Africa Commission was that Africa expert group, firstly around dealing with issues of debt financing, building this borrowers club in order to improve the terms on which African nations in particular borrow from the market, both from sovereigns, so other states, but also from the development banks, and also then to have some way of restructuring global finance and the global economy in terms of financing trade, so empowering African trade and finance institutions, increasing and strengthening international tax cooperation so that we can start to combat illicit financial flows. Former President Mbeki has done a number of studies on illicit financial flows over the, had his big committee that he was in charge of that was handling illicit financial flows and studying the impact of illicit financial flows on the African continent in particular, that came out with the conclusion that Africa is actually a net creditor to the world, that if you count the amount of money that flows out of the continent in unpaid taxes and also in climate change damage or environmental damage, that is far below the amount that the African continent receives in remittances and in development aid.
All right, let's just welcome Sakina back onto the set as well. She's finished her walkabout on the floor, and we are watching the arrivals of a lot of the different representatives, different organizations that are going to be attending. The Deputy President, of course, is there, who is welcoming them as they get to the top of this red carpet. So this is what you're seeing currently on the screen at the moment.
Yeah, and we are literally counting down the minutes now to the opening of this G20 Leader Summit, and that's Dilma Rousseff.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
BRICS Bank.
Yes, and again, very important representation here at the BRICS Summit. But of course, Sophie, speaking to that, we're talking about investment opportunities, just to move on from the discussion you were having. The BRICS Bank, and all of the other lending institutions. How is South Africa approaching the investment opportunity that may present here at the G20 Summit, especially against the backdrop of these geopolitical tensions? Because I would imagine it's a fine line that you need to walk now.
Yes, you are correct. I think the President will use this opportunity to have many bilateral talks. You know that he was in Asia. He has just returned from Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia, and also Vietnam, because due to the tariffs imposed by the United States of America, you have to have Plan B to try and manage or reduce the impact. Therefore, you have to increase trade volume with Asia, and therefore you have to engage those countries, but also continue to engage the European Union that has shown keen interest in terms of increasing trade volume with South Africa. Your United Kingdom, bilateral, because they've just decided to pull out of the European Union, the Brexit. So this is a moment for the President also to do that. That is related to the interest of South Africa, but also pushing the agenda of the developing South and the African continent.
And as we continue to see more of the dignitaries making their way, strutting up the red carpet, if you will, and we are getting ready, of course, for that opening address by President Cyril Ramaphosa. And then just continuing, Leanne and Dr. Mbete as well, with the themes that we are looking at. And one of the things, when we talk about the legacy, just to move forward very briefly, the things that South Africa
Your Excellency, welcome. Deputy President.
Nice to meet you. Oh, yes. Take your photo. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good morning, the Deputy President will receive you. All thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
What's next? Who's next?
Good morning, Your Deputy President will receive
Can you please
Certainly, I'll hold it for
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Really hard to be here. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Communicate.
You're welcome, Madam. Deputy President will receive you. Thank you, Madam. Our very own Secretary General of the ANC, Mr. Mene Excellency.
Our very own. Yeah.
Ambassador.
Good to see you. Stand up, madam.
On the other, yes, on the side.
Okay.
You're welcome, Mr.
DP, can we please ask you to step one step to your left, please, sir?
Why?
You are centered on the logo and we need you to be on this side a little bit, sir.
To accommodate the visitor. Does everybody agree?
Yes, I have to.
Thank you, Excellency. It's perfect.
Yes.
Yes. That's perfect, Excellencies.
Yes.
That's one for you, Ambassador.
No, it's fine.
It's perfect. Thank you, Excellency.
I'm the marker. Okay. Yeah, fix it. I got the copy. Or chance to get a copy. No, just take it weight and then tie it. They don't need to t-shirt.
Sure,
Yeah, because in 튀르키예, she couldn't do anything.
But I can't correct.
One of the flower put in the queue.
Okay, framing it right.
Yeah.
Happiness. Okay. Cut. Yeah, I'm see it. Laptop.
Put an intro back on the flower. It seems like
Yes. WTO. Yes.
That's a shift. No.
And here, yes, Mandela is a long walk. Your Excellency, you're welcome. Your Excellency, welcome. Deputy President will receive you.
Well done. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Very good. Hi. How are you?
I will start here and go outside.
Why not? Sure. Risale safe. Got change, huh? Cut. For this 3 days. That's the fix. Because maybe I can remove the card and I didn't say so. One time.
Are we done? We are not done.
Thank you. See you later.
We are not done, but yeah.
No, I don't know where. I don't know where. You?
Yeah, because now you think it's break. Yes. Yes. So, but you are not doing it. Watch out.
Setting one actually there. Okay, Ragayona. Pictures, could you forward the logo OTP or Tadir? Or not that forward? Yeah, the go president.
far it's going.
Right. Get sharp. You have a CS from you. Correct spot.
Yes, DP.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Oh, they were different in Yanani. Thank you. Usama.
Which one is coming? Yeah. Which country? HOS. Okay, are they here already? Namibia. Okay, all right. I said that. What's this?
President of Namibia. No, is this the international organization?
Is that the date?
Eyes closed.
Yes.
Is that the president?
not that long.
Are we part of the first agreement? And then followers, yes.
Is she coming?
Yeah, she's taking down a bit of the
Still in the car. Yes. So President Africa,
yes.
your negotiations. But the other heads of state was affected.
Yes.
Good morning, Your Excellency. Good morning. Deputy President will receive you, Your Excellency.
Okay.
So good to see you. I was telling you that this is a
Oh, I was going to
Okay, we'll resume it.
Yes.
Okay,
A few minutes
later.
until the next conference.
Thank you, sir.
Ja.
Thomas, swap my cards, please. I don't trust this guy. Mampus, nara itloka yokona. Da itloka.
Not summer. So someone send them go WhatsApp statement over the edge. Screens also was. See the picture.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. Oh.
Oh, never do it.
Eh? Hala ba tao ke na mo? Na iyo ba tao ke na? Ba tao ke na shoot.
Boss wa ka su.
Ake ha.
They go keep it happy. How you go muri to jump series are. Now you have your shot. This would go fast.
And una mutu chamone, and the deputy president died.
Ah, ça shift. On a mutu lang.
Ya una mutu lang.
Ambassador.
There's someone coming. Huh? Okay. It's already here. Person has arrived.
Get the secretariat, yes, I do.
Divana.
And the next one.
No, betul. Hauna media person itu wifi. Oh, kosan itu. Kau mana? Oh, take a short break. Oh, yeah. Thank you. How are you? I'm good.
Should they fail? No. You could say it's strategy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Colleague Secretary General just walked in.
Direct Chair, but can we try this? Maybe the Deputy President will come in, then I will start here and then go to him, and then he. Okay, sharp.
Fix. People need the power. No, how Benga will lady? That's all.
I am.
So that's all.
Your charge.
We will charge. We be a last thing.
Hey, Maragina used to sit there. But no sorrow, how are you?
I could extend you and probably in there.
Are the convoys coming to check with CBS?
Kita ini dari nanti ada kita buat semua ya.
Netherlands.
I'm following the president's.
Yes, GP is now in the Netherlands. Your best smile. And it was your birthday yesterday, so Minister, you still have the best smile. Your Excellency, welcome. Minister Lamula will receive you.
Welcome, Your Excellency, to South Africa. Am I done?
someone coming?
Pela Zamba. Pela Zamba. Tampa lipstick. Lipstick or Zamba? Zamba great. Yes. Perfect. Saya akan ambil buku layout video. Mara, oh, nko salwa. Kinalik, silang ko fakati yung stage.
I think it's Egypt. Yes, Egypt. Namud, what it is?
Fine.
Your Excellency.
Excellency, welcome to South Africa. Thank you.
Tutorial Guinea.
Welcome, Your Excellency.
Welcome, Your Excellency, to South Africa. Thank you. Very well. Welcome to South Africa. Hope you slept well. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you slept well. Thank you. All the best.
Welcome, Mr. Your Excellency. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good. Pleasure, my brother. How far is Yes, I will run. Welcome. Hope you still good. You look big. You look better. You look better this way. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, South Africa. Thank you. Thank you for coming. See. Minister, Cooper, a step this way. Perfect. Thank you, Excellency. Just like this one. Perfect.
That's why it's a chance to fix. I want to continue to transfer initially laptop. One of the pool photographers. That's why I decided to make a laptop is there.
Bariki Malaysia. Yebo.
Don't go too far. Okay. Hello, my people are back.
Your Excellency.
Who's next?
Kita enforcer. Kamu putih. Kamu dia sendiri. Nak kaitu nas tailor for little while. Kunci it's you here. That's why using my Mara. Roger, levar tu speak. Quem é o Ed?
Train is moving slow.
Roger, buku after mo trainer. Mara grab ni na. Angry fix. Kailan na rin taon. Yeah, okay, option.
Yeah, it's UK. Yes, UK.
so good to see you. I know you will. I will know you will.
Does Canada coming? Yes, Canada.
Shani walks up.
Yeah?
Shani walks up.
How is that?
Pardon me.
Canada. Canada.
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah?
Actually, come where you go.
Who moved position? Your Excellency. This organization.
Russia. That's Russia. Russia. Yes, it's Russia.
But at least focus. Why do you have it? I know what.
It's so good to see you. Thanks for looking forward to we'll see you Thanks.
Island. Yeah, that one.
Your Excellency. Thank you very much.
Vietnam.
Like this. Right. What's coming? Prime Minister, it's good to see you again. Good meeting. It's very
Indonesia. Jimmy. Yeah. Oh, they say it's not Jimmy. It's not Jimmy. Mr. Cheesy. Yeah,
Mr. President, finally,
yes, they're changing now.
Excellencies, this way a little bit. Perfect.
Minister, this way just a bit. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellencies.
He's here.
Thanks for your leadership.
Under the feet. Under.
Yes. EU, yes. Let me find out. This EU. EU, yeah, European Union. Yeah, yes, it's European Union.
No, President. This one's some different posts. Yeah.
that outfit of France? Mr. President, the flower.
South African Union President. No, Lula is president now. He's the chairperson. Yes. No. Check my phone. No. AU is him. Now is him. He's been checking now. Yeah. Yes. Saudi. It's Saudi Arabia. This is China. China. Yeah, it's international.
他们都在这儿。一个是 can I have for the bear?
No, you can't take a photo. Take a photo.
No, he's not.
I'm sending love to you guys. Oh, it's G. Mr. President. That's G.
He's taking.
No. Now, I just needed to get the first one out.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Sorry. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get the one that I have. I'll show you.
Sierra Leone. Yeah.
I'm hungry. Yeah, I think it's next.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done. How are you? European Union. European Union. Check it. That's European Union.
pleasure. How are you? You are wonderful, as always. As always. A pleasure. One of the secretary.
Secretary?
Yes. Let's be.
Hi, President. Good morning.
How are you? How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Yes.
I see you come sprinting.
Yes. Yes.
You. I don't know. I see you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, Algeria. Algeria, yes.
Hello. Morning.
Korea.
if South Africans continue to struggle, and that South Africa's global leadership must basically start with the national responsibility. So that's what we expect the message to be this morning from Operation Tudula. But I know that Operation Tudula is concerned about the area which they've been allocated to protest. As I indicated when I did speak to part of the team from Operation Tudula, they did say that the area they've been allocated on the corner of Rifle Range and Nasrec Roads is too far from the area in Nasrec where the actual event is taking place. They were concerned that where they were allocated, where they were placed essentially, is not where they would want to make the statement. So you would understand, with all eyes being on South Africa, different groups, as we saw yesterday, protests against gender-based violence, Operation Tudula today has their own message to send as the G20 summit gets underway. They're basically saying that the area where they've been designated, they've been given permission to protest, is a bit far from the area where dignitaries will be passing from. In fact, from where you can see behind me, this is where police have closed off. So the media itself would need to find a different area to move through in order to get to that particular protest. That's what we're expecting the concern to be. This area here behind me, like many other areas, have been closed off, of course, to allow a flow of traffic, and also to allow certain areas that have been designated for dignitaries to go past and attend this particular summit. Even certain areas have been closed off to the media. So we're expecting that protest to get underway this morning, but of major concern for them, as we understand, is the fact that they'll be protesting a little bit too far from the area where they say they'll be able to get their message across.
All right.
How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. It's good to see you. Great. All the better. Thank you. Thank you so
I think India. Yeah, but just stand by.
Can I drop them?
Yes, it's India. Okay. Just want to ask if we are done to make sure, because it seems like we are done.
Thank God. More will be coming, but I don't believe you received the Vice President. Yes. Yes. So moving on.
Someone. Photograph. You zoom in focus. You zoom. My focus is here. All right. So if I'm on anyone, my focus is here. But if I'm going to just take it and
Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, the heads of state are joining us. If everybody could please take your seats. Excellences, messieurs, dames, les chefs d'État et de gouvernement nous rejoignent. S'il vous plaît, prenez vos sièges. Excelencias, señores y señoras, los presidentes y jefes de gobierno están entrando en la sala. Por favor, siéntense. Gracias. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start. Please take your seats. With regards to the interpretation services, kindly touch the screen in front of you and scroll until you find your language of choice. Vos Excellences, Messieurs, Dames, nous allons commencer. Je vous prie de vous asseoir. S'il vous plaît, touchez l'écran pour ce qui est des services d'interprétation et le rouleau devrait vous apporter à la langue qu'il vous convient. Excelencias, señores y señoras, vamos a comenzar. Por favor, siéntense. Si quieren utilizar el sistema de interpretación, por favor,
Cris, está me ouvindo aqui, Cris?
El screen y el rolo va a dirigirle a la lengua que necesitan. Gracias. Please do take your seats. Je vous prie de vous asseoir. Por favor, si pueden sentarse. Gracias.
Bao giờ cũng nghe chúng ta phải thống nhất với nhau. Rất là cảm ơn tất cả các vị đại biểu đã có cái trao đổi, có cái hợp tác và trên cơ sở đó chúng ta cùng làm, cùng bàn, cùng hưởng, cùng đoàn kết thống nhất trong cái bối cảnh như này. Rất là cảm ơn kênh tiếng Anh, tiếng Anh vào, ta nghe được không?
Good morning, Your Excellency, Heads of State and Government, members and invited guests, heads of regional economic communities, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres, all guests who are gathered here. It is an honor and a privilege to welcome you as South Africa to this very first G20 Leaders Summit to be held on African soil. We gather here at the cradle of humanity in Africa to affirm our common humanity. We gather here to affirm the value of partnership and cooperation to finding common solutions to shared problems. Shortly before the dawn of democracy in South Africa, the father of our democracy, Nelson Mandela, said, The time has come for South Africa to take up its rightful and responsible place in the community of nations. Today, as we open this G20 Leader Summit, South Africa is deeply aware of the profound responsibility that membership of the community of nations places upon us. We also understand the responsibility of being entrusted with the presidency of the G20. In the execution of its task as president of the G20, South Africa has, throughout the past year, through its stewardship of some 130 meetings in various parts of South Africa, in other countries on the African continent, and beyond our shores, including at the United Nations, we have sought to undertake this task with care, with dignity, and with diligence. We have sought at all times to preserve the integrity and the stature of the G20, a premier forum of international economic cooperation. From its initial focus on broad macroeconomic issues, the G20 is now engaged on matters such as trade, sustainable development, health, education, science and technology, agriculture, energy, the environment, climate change, and many others. It has therefore broadened its scope as the challenges of the peoples of the world requires that they should be addressed. As the G20 countries, we understand that progress on each and all of these issues is a necessary condition for strong, sustainable, balanced, and inclusive growth. In pursuit of and in conformity with the founding mission of the G20, South Africa adopted the theme Solidarity, Equality, and Sustainability for its presidency in 2025. Through solidarity, we can create an inclusive future that advances the interests of people around the world who are at the greatest risk of being left behind. This is important in an interconnected world where the challenge faced by one nation affects all other nations. By promoting equality, we strive to ensure fair treatment and equal opportunities for the individuals and nations of the world. The disparities in wealth and development within and between nations is not only unjust and unsustainable, it is also one of the greatest impediments to sustainable development. It is essential that we break down divisions of economic status, of gender, of race, and geography. Sustainability involves meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. As a founding member of the G20, South Africa has sought to ensure that the development priorities of the Global South and the African continent find expression firmly and permanently on the agenda of the G20. This is important not only for the people of Africa and the Global South. It is vital for global stability and security, alleviating resource pressures, managing population movements, and reducing the risk of conflict. We seek stability because it attracts investment, it improves planning and reduces the risk of global economic shocks. And we prioritize inclusive and vibrant markets because they are able to drive innovation and efficiency. Thriving economies lift people out of poverty. They encourage greater investment and trade, and they generate the revenue needed to invest in public goods. The threats facing humanity today, from escalating geopolitical tensions, global warming, pandemics, energy and food insecurity, to inequality, unemployment, extreme poverty, and armed conflict, jeopardize our collective future. It is therefore essential that we make greater and faster progress towards the achievement of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. We welcome the Seville Commitment adopted in June this year, which sets forth a renewed global framework for financing for development. We must use this framework to catalyze development investments at scale in developing economy countries. We must continue the reform of the international financial architecture, ensuring that institutions are strengthened and are more inclusive and are equipped to meet the challenges both of the present and the future. At the beginning of our G20 presidency, we identified 4 high-level priorities. Firstly, we focus on action to strengthen disaster resilience and response. While climate-induced natural disasters affect countries around the world, they have a particularly devastating impact on countries that cannot afford the costs of recovery and rebuilding. We have agreed that it is essential for the global community, international finance institutions, development banks, and the private sector to scale up post-disaster construction. Secondly, we agreed that we must take action to ensure debt sustainability for low-income countries. The G20 needs to renew its efforts to advance debt sustainability.
If South Africans continue to struggle, and that South Africa's global leadership must basically start with the national responsibility. So that's what we expect the message to be this morning from Operation Tudula. But I know that Operation Tudula is concerned about the area which they've been allocated to protest. As I indicated when I did speak to part of the team from Operation Tudula, they did say that the area they've been allocated on the corner of Rifle Range and Nasrec roads is too far from the area in Nasrec where the actual event is taking place. They were concerned that where they were allocated, where they were placed essentially,